Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Judy Lee and you can find out more about what I do in the description box below. And so today we're here to do a pick a card or pick a crystal to see what your message or focus is for the week ahead. So if you've not done a pick a card before, just have to choose from one of the groups here. So this is group 1, group 2, group 3. And you can select based on which card you resonate with or otherwise by crystal. So we've got here an Amazite crystal, which is just a stunning green, which I absolutely love, or blue. And then we've got raw rose quartz, which I also love. It's great for bringing love into your life. Your own self-love and also bringing in love from others. And then we've got a geode for the last group. So it's just been a stone that's been cut in half, and then you've got all these crystals inside. So if you want to just choose from one of these groups, so just to remind you, group 1, group 2, group 3. And then once you've made your selection, just go to the description box below and click on the timestamp that relates to the group that you've picked, and then you'll be able to see what your reading or message focus for the week ahead is. Okay, speak to you soon. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. So let's see what your message or focus for the week ahead is. So I've shuffled the cards before I started filming, so this is a surprise for me too. Okay, so you've got realignment, feel the ebb and flow of life. And by the way, this is a Goddess Love Oracle deck. You can see that here, absolutely lovely. I love the images. And also just the description, etc. So yes, this is about coming into the flow, or just flowing with life. We always have ups and downs and things like that in life. These are all very natural cycles, and so it's all about just being able to go with this flow that's coming in. And then when things may be sometimes more challenging, and just dealing with that as with ease, etc. Just being able to flow with the rhythm that is in your life and the things that come up for you. So yes, very nice card indeed, and a good reminder to let go, surrender, and just allow. That will be the message that I would say is this card is bringing out. So let's shuffle some tarot cards just to see what else will be in the message. So I'm just going to shuffle now. What else does group 1 need to know? What does group 1 need to know? Oops. Okay, way too many. Let's try it again. Sometimes they come out very easily and sometimes they don't. Oops. Okay. It's a shame you can't see what's happening to the side here, but they all literally just 3 cards just flew out. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and then the 3 of Cups, and then the Moon card. So just start with the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is basically it's the slowest moving knight in the court cards, in terms of we've got the Pentacles, we've got the Cups, we've got the Wands and the Swords in the tarot deck, and you don't really need to know, but essentially, as you can see, if you look at all the other knights in the deck, they're a bit more active, but this one is just looking at his pentacle there and just observing what's happening. So it's a slow moving energy, I would say. So we'll just go through each of them and then we can come up with the main message. And then you've got the Three of Cups, which is about celebrating, can also be about harvest, potentially, having worked really hard, it's now a time to really appreciate and enjoy the harvest and celebrate with loved ones what you've achieved, essentially. And then you've got the Moon card, which the Moon is about things that are hidden, and there could be hidden thoughts, hidden beliefs, hidden events, anything that's hidden. But interestingly, when I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing that there's a path ahead. So even though things may look hidden, or under them, when you go out on a night, in the night, and it looks very dark, but there's generally, the moon is shining, there'll be some light that you can sort of see that there's a path there somewhere. And I think what I'm getting from this card is that image of, even though you feel like you might not be able to see what lies ahead, things might feel a bit unclear, hidden in some way, there is a path ahead for you. So what I'm getting from this message is just about, sometimes things can feel, like they're not moving, they're a bit slow, sort of tying in with, where do you go, what is the path ahead, and that can be quite frustrating if you're experiencing that. And I do remember going through many periods like that where you're just like, where do I go? I'm not sure what's happening. And what I'm feeling is that it's about recognizing how far you've come, what you've already achieved in your life, and to recognize that, because often we don't. We're always on to the next project. What's next? What do we do next? How do we get there? And as soon as we finish one thing, we're on to the other. And if we continue in that cycle, we almost never spend any time reflecting and appreciating ourselves, our, what we have in life. And it reminded me even, of my morning this morning, where I went for a walk, and I'm not always conscious of being grateful, but this time round I just went walking, and I just thought, wow, it's so lovely to see blue skies, it's so lovely to have crisp weather, it's so lovely, and I think it's really an important part of life to acknowledge what we do have. Because it's easy to think about what we don't have, and if we stay in that frame of mind, then we're actually always in lack consciousness. We're always focusing on what we don't have, and then we just create more of what we don't have, because that's what we're focused on. Whereas when we can really appreciate what we do have and what we've done, what we've achieved, then we can start to appreciate ourselves and our lives in a different way. So that's quite quite a beautiful message, really, about just taking things, you might not know the path ahead if you're feeling a bit anxious and unsure. It is about going with the flow of life and taking things one step at a time, even though you're not sure where that might lead you. And we always are really in that state. We never really know what's ahead of us. And it's about being able to have gratitude for what we do have, to see what we've achieved, and to just trust, to let go, to know that the path ahead is being lit up for us. We just have to take it one step at a time. And so, the more that we can let go of those fears and anxieties about, where we're at, where we're going, the more that we can be in this present moment and really hear that voice of ours, which is telling us, leading us forward, each step of the way, even though it might not be illuminating the whole path, it's illuminating the part that we need to know. So I hope that's clear, group 1, that it's just about going with the flow and taking one step at a time and appreciating and being grateful for what you do have at this present moment, and then just trusting that everything will guide you forward where you need to go. Okay, thanks group 1. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, like and comment, because I'd love to hear from you. Alright, I'll see you later. Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. Let's see what lies ahead for you, or what your message or focus for the week ahead is. So we've got sanctuary and connect to your inner strength. And so this feels like perhaps needing to take some time out just to really just nurture yourself and to give yourself that space and time to really connect with who you are, and to connect with that inner you, that inner strong you, that maybe because of the busyness of life really these days, we don't really take that time to do that, and so we forget actually who we are. We get lost, distracted, caught up in other things, and that's where we feel that disconnection, and perhaps we feel it in many different ways, through feeling stressed, feeling unhappy, feeling unfulfilled, just different ways. And this message for you this week is to really take time to find that sanctuary in yourself, to really connect with you, because when you do that, you build that beautiful relationship with yourself, which is, I really truly believe, is one of the most important relationships you'll ever have. Once you have that, really established, the people around you, it just completely changes to resonate with that. It's when we're feeling a bit, unsure, or we've disconnected with, our uniqueness, who we really are, then, life can feel just, a bit of a struggle. So that's what that card is speaking to me about. And if you happen to get a different message, then tune into that as well. I think I always encourage people to trust their intuition, and to, when I do sessions, we read it together, because everyone gets something intuitively. So yes, if there's something different that you get, then listen to that. So I'm just going to shuffle some tarot cards to see what else is in your week ahead. So what else does group 2 need to know? Okay, Knight of Cups. What else do you need to know, group 2? Oh, not this group. I might need to change my shuffling methods. Let me just see what else, whether these come out. I think that one wants to come out. And just one final card. There we are. Okay, so very interesting. So here we have the Knight of Cups, and the cups represent our emotions, and for me this is about moving forward in an emotional way, perhaps becoming more self-aware, aware of how you're feeling, more aware of the emotions that are within you, because actually our emotions are such a powerful source of information, and we've not really been taught how to manage them, to acknowledge and accept them. It's almost like, oh, emotions are so scary, let's run away from them and avoid them as much as we can. But they're real insight into what's happening within us and what we need to do. And so, and it's not just, the emotions are an indication of what's happening within you, but once you allow those emotions to settle, there'll be an intuitiveness beneath that, your instinct, your intuitive gut feel, and that's what leads you forward. Because, you know, we aren't our emotions, we are, you know, we're human beings having that experience of those things, but that's not us. We have a deeper core, deeper, I guess, how do I describe this? Yes, I guess, you know, we are beings, so spiritual beings having this human experience, so, you know, there is more that guides us than we probably can understand or even contemplate. So yeah, it's just, I see in this reading the Knight of Cups is moving forward in an emotional way. And then we've got the Page of Cups, which the cups is again about emotions. And so it's very interesting, like, and it's the page that comes before the Knight of Cups. So again, it's almost like looking at your emotions, really giving them the space and the time to be there, to acknowledge them as they are, without necessarily having to do anything about them. And then you've got the Devil, if I can pick it up. And so this looks like quite a scary card, but it's just really how, for me, when I read this card, it's about addictions. It's about, you know, things that, you know, are not necessarily good for us, and that they keep us tied. And for me, this is about how we keep stories really in our hearts, in our heads, from the past that no longer serve us, that need to be let go of now. But we hold on to them because they feel safe, they feel comfortable. And you know, as human beings, we do like comfort, but I think this is a really important time to really look at, you know, what's happening within us, so that we can let those go, because you can't change what you don't acknowledge. I think that was Dr. Phil who said that, but I can't be sure. You know, once you identify what is happening, then you have the ability to change. Otherwise, it rests in your unconsciousness. So group 2, what I'm getting for you, and it's interesting, it really links in with this main card about sanctuary, about really connecting with your inner self, really looking at your emotions and acknowledging them, and just, you know, giving them the space to be there. And then once they've been seen, you allow them to guide you forward. They become an aid in your life. And, you know, not to be tied by old stories and old beliefs, you know, whatever they might be, that keep you stuck in the past, that keep you in a place that you don't really want to be anymore, even though it feels comfortable. So, you know, really give yourself that space to do that, to see yourself, to be with yourself, and to connect with the real you, so that you can start to move forward in a different way, and to really encompass, allow your intuition and your gut to guide you forward, and to, you know, free yourself from a past that no longer serves you. So I hope that resonates with you, group 2. And if you like the video, then please like and subscribe, and please make a comment. Love to hear from you. Thank you. See you later. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your reading. So let's see what you have to focus on, or what's your message for this week. So we've got safety. You are held. That is such a lovely card. I absolutely love it. Oh, this is basically just saying you're safe. It's so, I mean, with everything that's going on at the moment, people's fears are really coming to the surface. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's good that, things that we've probably never looked at before, you know, because we've been so distracted by everything else, being on this journey of trying to achieve or get more material things, that type of mindset. This is about moving away from that. Like, we have to acknowledge what we're feeling, obviously, our fears and anxieties, and give them space to be there. And what we're experiencing at the moment is bringing that to light, like I've just said. But once you allow that, once you acknowledge that, it's to actually know that you are safe, that you don't need to worry and you don't need to be fearful, that things are working out for you just as they're meant to. I mean, look at everyone just sleeping and feeling peaceful. There's almost nothing, I mean, this is a bit in the mind, but there is nothing really that worrying and being anxious can really do to change a situation. It's when we are able to let go and change our energy from one of being in fear and anxiety, or those type of emotions, to those where we're feeling safe, we're feeling trust, we're feeling more grounded in our bodies. That's when things start to shift, because firstly our perspective has changed, but also what we're putting out into the world changes as well. So it's a very, very lovely reminder. So I'm just going to shuffle some cards just to see the tarot, see what else you need to know this week. Oh, okay, there's just too many. They've been very jumpy today, I have to say. So must be something in the air. Okay, what does group 3 need to know? What else does group 3 need to know? Okay, oh well, we've got your 3 cards just here. Right, so we've got the 7 of Swords. So the Swords is all about our thoughts, our ideas, things like that, more on the mental level. And when I learnt tarot, it was about something being taken away. Someone, it's like this thief has come in and taken something away. But I've, over time just had my own meaning, which I feel it's about taking away those old beliefs, those old thoughts. That's being cleared now, so that you don't need them anymore. So what are those old fears that you have? Ones that tell you that you're not safe, that there's something to worry about, that you can't let go. Those are the fears that need to be let go of, so that you can move into a more peaceful state, that you can feel safe. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and so this is someone who is very secure, especially in the physical, because the Pentacles represents our money, the things that we bring into the physical world. And you can see, she's abundant. She has everything that she needs. Look at the lushness, or the greenery, the rabbit, the fertility. Everything is there for her. So she's safe. She has everything that she needs. And then we've got the Hierophant. And so the Hierophant is a religious looking character, but it can signify either having that spiritual awakening or having that spiritual awareness. And I feel like this card is telling you to remember that as much as you are a human being in a physical body, you also have that spiritual aspect of yourself. And I don't necessarily mean religious, unless that's, something that you are a part of. It's just more that you're more than just your human body and your human experience. And to remember that as you go through life, and to really sometimes not take things to heart or too seriously. We get so caught up in the physical world and having to have this physical material thing, like the latest phone, the latest car, whatever it is. But these aren't things that we can take with us when we leave the body. And so something about experiencing it without being attached to it, because that's all we can really do whilst we're here. So that's very interesting indeed. And all of the groups actually have had, I call this, it's called Major Arcana cards, which signify big themes in our lives. So there's something important here about remembering that your spiritual self, your spiritual being, to enjoy the human experiences, to enjoy the physical world, but to stay connected to that other aspect of yourself as well. Because that, otherwise you become attached to something that actually doesn't serve you, and that, you won't be able to take with you, when you transition. So just tying it all together for you, Group 3, it's about letting go of those old thought patterns, those old beliefs that make you think that you're not safe, that keep you in fear and anxiety. Identify what those are so that you can let them go, or even set the intention: I choose to let go of these fears now. I give myself permission to feel safe, to know and to trust that everything is working out for me. To know that you can be this Queen of Pentacles, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. It's just about that energy of feeling safe and secure and feeling abundant and fertile with all that is, that you are. And when you're like that, then you attract all of that around you as well. And just to remember that, your spiritual experience, or your spiritual being, is a part of your experience on this planet as well. And not to get too caught up in the physical world about wanting to have all these physical material goods, because they're limited as to their to how long you can really enjoy them. So I hope that helps, Group 3. Remember that you are safe, you are held. Trust that everything is working out for you, and let go of those old beliefs, stories, whatever you may call them, that hold you back and keep you stuck and in a place that doesn't serve you. Okay, I hope that helps. If you like what you saw, then please like and subscribe and make a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.